Welcome to a game of Slay the Spire. It's time to do the daily challenge and let's see what awaits for us today. So the daily climb. The character is going to be the Ironclad. As always, there are some ridiculously scored few people on top of the leaderboards. But when we look at what are the modifiers for today, then we have a draft to make a custom starting deck of cards. It's gonna be fun. Then colorless cards now appear in rewards, which adds some flavor to the game. And big game hunter, elite enemies are now swarming the Spire and drop better rewards. So be ready to face a lot of elites. Let's embark on the journey. Yes, it is time for a challenge. Now we have to start choosing cards. I don't really like playing with strength, etc. Block and damage are both kind of fun to have, and with card draw I would start off with damage just in case, because no damage, no kills, you know. Then the next choice we have is Madness. Reduce the cost of random card in your hand to 0 this combat and exhaust, or gain 7 block, exhaust 1 card, or deal 12 damage and shuffle a wound in your discard, in your draw pile. So this is a bit of a wild card, while this adds some, so to speak, crap into our deck, and gain 7 block and exhaust 1 card at random. Ooh, this is not a good choice at all. So let's maybe go with a bit of, let's go with a bit of Madness. Then dual, we'll choose an attack or power card, add a copy of that card into your hand. Then the clash can only be played if every card in your hand is an attack, deal 14 damage. This could be interesting. Basically free damage if, we just don't have any attack cards in our hand. Or gain 1 artifact and exhaust. It's not something I want to play for. Then 2 mana cost, deal 6 damage, deal 2 additional damage for all your cards containing strike, not gonna take it. Gain 5 block and deal 5 damage, or exhaust up to 3 cards in your hand. There's a lot of exhaust stuff going on here, but I'll go for the Iron Wave. The next one we need to focus on blocking a little bit more. So the first one will stay out because we already have 1 pommel strike in our deck. Gain 5 block, upgrade a card in your hand for the rest of the combat, and whenever you draw a status or cursed card, deal 6 damage to all enemies. Oof, that's an interesting one, but I think I'll go for armaments because it does a lot of card upgrading going forward. Okay, so we have 2 energy for exhausting. Enemy loses 9 strength this turn for exhausting and deal 12 damage. Apply 2 weak. I'm gonna skip the clothesline because of the cost. Seeing red, it will have to get exhausted again. Or enemy loses 9 strength this turn. This could get us out of sticky situations for no cost at all, besides 1 card slot, so let's go for this one. Okay, so we have double damage, 2 strength, or exhaust all non-attack cards in your hand and deal again 2 damage, 2 mana cost or 2 energy cost I wouldn't go for, so let's go for twin strike. Then 0 for intimidate, apply 1 weak, not interested, deal 14 damage. Strength affects this card 3 times, again too expensive, or play the top card of your draw pile and exhaust it. We will go with Havoc. I'm not sure it synergizes at all with our cards. I have a lot of damage cards. Do we even get like block cards at all? So I guess we'll go with Headbutt. Deal 9 damage, put a card from your discard pile on top of your draw pile. And again, attacks all around. If you have no attacks in your hand, which we will apparently have all the time, draw 2 cards. Whenever draw a status or curse card, deal 6 damage. So we'll go for another pommel strike. There is no defensive stuff at all. Okay, so 14 damage, too weak, or draw 1 card whenever you draw a status card. I will go for... If no defensive stuff, then let's apply some weakness to the enemies. Oh, some block at least. So Ethereal gain 10 block. Ethereal was that if this card is in your hand at the end of the turn, it is exhausted. So we'll gain 8 block and draw 1 card. We'll take another defensive one, so gain 5 block and upgrade. And we need more block. Deal 12 damage, shuffle a wound, play the top card of a draw. Yeah, so we'll take Iron Wave again. How many cards do we get here? So gain 30 block. You cannot gain block from cards for 2 turns. Or enemy loses 9 strength. So the panic button with our current setup sounds quite good. But for 2 turns we'll be out of block. Add 1 random colorless card in into your hand, exhaust. Or enemy loses 9 strength this turn. And exhaust, which are kind of also like blockish things. Yeah, let's take Dark Shackles. So our setup is not a lot of block cards, but still we have like, was it 2 Shrugged-Offs or just 1? So we have 2 armaments, which would be lovely to upgrade. And then, yeah, we're gonna be attack heavy in this run. So let's get going. I usually take the left path for whatever reasons, just a habit. And let's see how this deck works out. So we can start by making the enemy lose 9 strength, and yeah, this will take his attack down to 2, which is amazing. Then we probably can do armaments, upgrade some cards. So drawing 2 cards would be nice-ish. And this one would also work because 18 damage. Yeah, let's do that. Because we have only attack cards in our hand, so that's 18 damage just out of the box. And then when we use Pommel Strike, let's see what we bring out of the deck. So Havoc, play the top card of your draw pile versus... Yeah, let's just take the guaranteed damage. I don't know what's waiting for us at the top of the deck. So that's the first turn. Seemed powerful enough. Almost one-shotted it. This creature. Jawworm is it called, yeah. Okay, so it is attacking again and apparently also blocking. What we can do then is that we can apply a weakness to it for a little bit, for actually no cost at all. Then the next thing, if we make it lose 9 strength, it's not gonna do no damage. But well, it only has like 5 HP, so let's do some damage and move on with this from this one. So Blessing of the Forge allows us to upgrade all our cards in our hand. And let's see if we can add anything useful to our deck. So we just had a Clash working. It's magic, but I don't think we want to focus on more attack cards. So I think we'll just skip this card. And let's move on to the next enemy. Okay, so we have a spike slime and an acid slime, and what do we have to work with? So making any card randomly cost 0 is kind of useless with this hand. Now that I'm thinking of it, it's kind of useless in general with the cards we picked, but I guess we didn't have much better choices. So they will be attacking for 5. Let's first see what we can upgrade here. So if it's upgraded, this will actually make a change in our plan, because yeah, madness costs nothing, but it will help us play a card for nothing as well. So let's actually do that. But it's going to be a random card, isn't it? So if you want to make the random not so random, you have to play other cards first. So we already have 5 block. Okay, let's see what Havoc gives us. Not much. Let's just go with madness. So yeah, actually it's a good one to level up, so to speak. Then we still have only 1 remaining energy, and we will use it on the slime to kill it off. And let's end our turn. So we become weakened, means attack steal 25% less damage, but that's okay. So weakness to the slimy thing. Yeah, let's gain some block. Also we get a card. Enemy loses 9 strength this turn, sure, so they will do no damage at all. What we can do though is that, yeah, clash for nothing. Then we'll deal 6 damage and draw a card, and we will just headbutt to finish it. Finish off this round. So what we want to have on top, just some block again with card draw to get started with. Let's end the turn. So no damage done, and we should be able to finish this fight off quite easily. Let's hope we get some good stuff. Okay. So gain 5 block, if this card is exhausted, gain 2 energy, and then we have a clash and a flex. No, we're gonna skip it again, we don't want to have too many cards, because those that we have we kind of want to upgrade. So if we lose 3 HP, we could find a relic. We will take this chance because it's not from max HP, so oof. Okay, let's try again and again. And oh, I guess we got something. Whenever an enemy dies, gain energy and draw 1 card. Not too bad. And at the end of combat, we're gonna start slowly, perhaps healing up all the damage we took for that gremlin horn. Then we have 2 fluffy things, I guess, loose and loose. Yeah. 2 loosies. So what can we do from here? We can only play this one if we only have attacks in our hand, which is perfect because we need to gain block anyway. We still have, what else do we have here? Okay, we have a skill card. So we will have to do madness in order to play Clash for free, and hopefully it doesn't work on Clash because, okay, Pommel Strike went for free as well. So first of all, 14 damage will prevent this guy from curling up. We still have 8 block to block off this 7 damage, even though we did take the Dark Shackles. Okay, let's just make this guy lose its strength, then we will just do Pommel Strike because it's free, and then we will do Double Strike most likely and hit, but yeah, perhaps we can just finish it off without any damage taken. Nice. So far it's been a smooth sailing. Escape from a non-boss combat, receive no rewards. Hopefully we don't need to use this one. So deal 5 damage to all enemies X times. That's an interesting card. And deal 3 damage. Yeah, I want this one. I never had Whirlwind, so I wanna try it out. So what's awaiting for us behind the question mark? Some adventure. So for 11 HP we can gain 75 gold. We will take this. Lovely. And we have a little bit of a tougher situation coming up. So 9 damage is incoming. We do have options to kind of reduce that. So yeah, let's go for a blind here. Okay, they kind of stop that, but the enemy loses 9 strength will also help us a lot. We still have 3 energy. Madness is kind of useless to use at the moment, so we will just hope for... yeah, it's gonna be maybe a tough fight. So we can put this card on top of our draw pile. Let's take armaments again, because probably next time they'll be attacking us, and probably a lot. Okay, so we have some pollution going on in our decks. That's not lovely at all. Okay, so they will be attacking for 18 this time. But we can make one of the enemies lose 9 strength this turn, so let's see what we can upgrade with armament. So we could do Iron Wave, Clash, or Pommel Strike. Enemy loses. Okay, probably the 9 strength is gonna nullify one of the damages anyway. What do we get some discount on the costs of these cards? No. So we either gain... We will gain enough block from Iron Wave if we play it. We might get some interesting cards if we play Pommel Strike though. But we will use up our 2 energy anyway, so this gives us +2 damage, this gives us effective +1 damage. But this gives us +4 damage, so we will go Clash Plus. Okay, so let's... it probably will not work because they're both protected. Okay, lovely. So the artifact protected this guy. Yeah, I guess it would have been reasonable to just upgrade the block then, but that train already left the station. So we can deal 9 damage and draw 1 card, just to see what we might get. Okay, armaments is too expensive for us, plus, that was a bit silly of me. Yeah, we'll be taking some damage, not too much though. Yeah, this artifact is something to keep in mind. So we are getting a lot of these additional cards in our deck. One of them is gonna attack us, the others are gonna pollute our deck. Then what we want to do... Yeah, let's shrug it off. So that leaves us with 8. Ooh, this whirlwind would be nice at the moment, but I still need some block and some damage. Let's just go for the damage here, and the last energy, probably whirlwind makes sense because of 15 damage altogether. Yeah, let's skip this turn and let's see what the next turn brings us. Okay, more days. Do I have... I guess I haven't yet shuffled the deck, so get ready to bring up a lot of day stuff. Yeah. At least we get the chance to maybe grab something useful or not. So upgrading these cards makes no sense. I might escape a non-boss combat because this is not really a boss, it's like something in between bosses, isn't it? It went a little bit out of hands, but it's okay. So let's try to upgrade something, and this something would be nice to check. Deal 8 damage, so it could potentially be 8 times 3 damage. Yeah, but I'm thinking about starting off upgrading armaments, because upgrading all cards in your hand for the rest of the combat could be powerful. So let's go for it. And let's try another elite one. So this guy will start attacking and attacking a lot. And actually we start with this upgraded armaments aspect, so let's just go for it for the sake of upgrading these cards for the rest of the combat. So this will really do nothing. We could really use these things at the next turn, but what we can do is 16 damage versus... Okay, so we'll just go for Twin Strike, and then we'll go for Whirlwind, because he's not gonna attack us this turn anyway. The other things we will... we can use Blind for whatever reason, but let's not use the Dark Shackles. Okay, so 4 damage, not too bad. We can instantly make him lose 9 strength for basically nothing. And in order to play Clash, yeah, let's see what gets. So Havoc got zeroed in terms of energy. Sure. Let's see. So we get more attacks. But since we are already only with attacks, let's deal 14 damage with this one. We have 2 energy to use, but let's see what Pommel Strike brings us first. So it's either 9 damage, which is... it's still doing 2 damage for us, so let's just block it a little bit. So we need to regenerate some HP with the combat. Okay, so 24 damage remaining. Can we just finish it off? Oof. Yeah, losing 15 strength sounds good anyway. Maybe we can kind of block it off now. Then, yeah, let's gain Fire Block. Upgrade a card. Probably this one, because, yeah. One is gonna go through unless we block the last one as well. But we can play Clash. Okay. Let's do Havoc. Let's see what happens. And it's gonna upgrade Clash, which will kill it off. Lovely. And we also got the Voodoo Doll. So for each curse in your deck, start each combat with 1 strength. I don't really want curse cards in our deck, but let's see what we get from here. Block is not removed at the start of your turn. Funky, but it costs a lot. Deal 21 damage to all enemies, add a burn into your discard pile, and every time you play 5 cards in a single turn, deal 10 damage to all enemies. Oof. That's an interesting power. And as we have seen, there are chances I will play it. So since we have low cost cards, let's keep the vibe and let's see how we can use this panache going forward. So from the chest we get, whenever you use a potion, heal 5 HP, also useful. And another elite enemy, I guess they're spawning or swarming all around the map this time. So this guy is sleeping, so we can start off with the panache that we just took. Then let's do Pommel Strike, probably gonna wake him up. He's not going to do anything for the time being, so we will just maximize our damage. So yeah, these are all the damage cards we had. Now it's gonna be stunned, doing nothing, and we go for 18 damage. This Dark Shackle seems very timely. We have to deal with only 9 damage, and card from your discard. Okay, so we could effectively do like a Headbutt Havoc combination. Let's see our discard pile for a second. So we did have a few block options, which sound good at the moment. So let's deal some damage. Let's put this 8 block on top of the draw pile. Then we will play the top card of our draw pile and exhaust it. And enemy loses 9 strength again is an option. Probably, why not? You know, we will exhaust the card, but that's fine. So Whirlwind will deal 5 damage only, which is better than nothing, and then 14 damage from the Clash, because only the Clash was in our hand. Okay, another turn survived, and we get to upgrade all of the cards in our hand for the rest of the combat. Sweet. 10 damage to cards. Okay, so let's do Blind, then do Madness just to see what gets upgraded to 0. I'm sure 7 block and some damage, and then we deal 10 damage and draw 2 cards. And do we need more block? We need a little bit more block. And Clash needs anyway for us to play Armaments. Clash will do a nice amount of damage and will hit to the next turn. Okay, and now it should be just a matter of doing the final strikes. So Iron Wave costs nothing. And then let's Twin Strike to wrap this one up. 30 gold. So Lantern is amazing. Started each combat with an additional energy. Then we get Speed Potion to pump out power. Lack of defense or block. And let's see what we can potentially add to our deck. So put the skill from your draw pile into your hand. Exhaust. At the start of your turn, lose HP and draw a card. At the start of your turn, add a random colorless card in your hand. Yeah, again, none of these seem like something I want to upgrade the deck with. So we have some money to spend, which is lovely. Time to go shopping. Now the question is, probably we want to remove something, but let's first see what we can get for money. Whenever you rest, whenever you enter a rest site, start the next combat with 2 energy. When viewing your draw pile, the cards are now shown in order, and every 4th room in a treasure, every 4th question room is a treasure room. None of them sound really fascinating, so yeah, let's use the card removal service. What we should focus this one on is, I imagine Blind isn't that useful. Now, are there any good cards that we could pick up from here? I guess not. Whenever you play an attack this turn, gain 3 block. At the end of your turn, lose 1 HP and deal 5 damage to all enemies. Rage sounds good, but again, we don't play that many cards, I guess. Yeah, we just wanna keep what we have, so let's keep the concentration of good cards. Good. So, a question mark. And we get the choice. As you make your way down a long corridor, you see a banana, a donut, and a box floating about. So we can either heal 26 HP, get 5 max HP, and then become cursed, regret at the end of your turn, lose HP equal to the number of cards. Let's just take extra max HP. And another elite enemy is awaiting for us. We kind of just dealt with somebody similar moments ago. They're not going to be attacking, which is a little bit unfortunate because we have a lot of defensive cards here. But let's use them up anyway for the clash, I guess. Plus yeah, it's not like we... Okay, we could draw 2 cards though. It's just that we want to do clash, maybe we can. 18 damage is kind of sweet. Yeah, let's do this. Okay, so maybe that 18 damage is more expensive than I wanted it to be, so, but anyway, we still got the damage. We will do 10 more damage, and we're not gonna play Dark Shackles because we might need it in one of our upcoming turns. So of course it's gonna be enraged. 14 damage is incoming if we do nothing at all, but probably every time you play 5 cards. I wonder if this one counts as one of those 5 cards. But anyway, Panache, let's go. 15 damage is not really good enough. We can do 5 block. Yeah, Madness will do, okay, give us a free Iron Wave, because it costs 1 by default, I guess. Then we deal 5 damage twice, and just 5 more damage. Now, is there something we can do, because we're gonna be losing a lot of HP this time? I guess not. Yeah, let's just do Whirlwind and take in some 11 damage, to be fair. That's a lot. Okay, but 16 damage coming in, unless we can do something about it. So, draw pile, we don't know what's coming up. But what we do know is we can gain 5 block from here. And we don't want to use the potions just yet. So let's see what Havoc gives us. A little bit of random. 25 damage, can we do it? So we have 2 energy, that's just not enough. Maybe we can draw something that would decrease their attack. Let's at least give it a go, I guess. Yeah, because 10 damage, 1, draw 2 cards. So, effectively, we will be taking in like 13 more damage. And there isn't much else to do here. So we'll take, yeah, we'll take the 5 block and skip this one. So somehow we made him have even more damage. Okay, missed that one part. So the good news is we have, well, enough block this time. But yeah, let's make them lose some strength. Then we will win 11 block and draw a card. And now we're getting all the blocks in a row, aren't we? Let's upgrade all cards, so it's not gonna change much. 7 more damage. And we actually, I guess we played 5 cards and that gave us 10 more damage. Molten Egg, whenever you add an attack into your deck, upgrade it. Can be useful. Then double your strength, exhaust, or at the end of 3 turns, deal 40 damage to all enemies. Ooh. That's a fascinating one. And thinking ahead, draw 2 cards, put the card from your hand on top of your draw pile. Exhaust. The bomb is something I'm considering. 40 damage is lovely. And it's a skill. Oof. Can be useful in many scenarios. Yeah, let's play around with it a little bit. So, some normal enemies for a change. Oof, that's a lot. 40 damage to all of them sounds brilliant, doesn't it? And we draw the bomb right away. But they're doing... Could we get the bomb to 0? Kinda. There's a chance at least. So let's do panache for starters. Because if I do bomb last, or this madness last, so let's do Iron Wave. Doesn't really matter too much which one. Okay, this drawing of the card is gonna be playing around with our hopes. So do we do madness now or after drawing the card? Let's try shrugging it off. More card draws. I want to see what madness does. Okay, it did the right thing, so we'll make the time bomb start ticking and we'll get rid of one enemy. Okay, lovely. So we can get rid of another creature here, and actually we can deal 5 damage to the rest of them and take them down. That went smoother than expected. Another Blessing of the Forge. And we get some choices, so deal 12 damage. Yeah, but putting more twin strikes. No, I don't see any of this like giving any boost to our deck. That's reasonable enough to grab it. So we'll try upgrading more stuff. What happens if we try to upgrade the bomb? So 50 damage. I guess 40 is enough. Let's look around a little bit, because madness costing 0 sounds quite delicious. Yeah, let's do this one. Proceed. So we have some potions we can use. All cards in your hand for the rest of the combat, ×2, and dexterity for some extra defense. And we're fighting Hexaghost. So none of these cards are upgraded, but perhaps we should. Yeah, because they'll probably be coming back. Okay, so they're not attacking. We're not going to use Dark Shackles, just to keep it for later. And then we have again blocking here. Clash we cannot play yet. Oof. Yeah, this is not an amazing setup. But let's shrug it off. Let's see what else we draw from here. Well, Pummel Strike can bring us more cards. Enemy losing strength is not our priority. So let's just put something back into the... Yeah, I just want to put Shrug It Off back to make sure we have some block for the next turn. And I mean, there's... Theoretically we could get Clash going, but then we would have to get rid of 2 useful cards. So let's just upgrade the other Dark Shackles and end our turn. So what will Hexaghost do now? 6 × 6, that's definitely something that's kind of annoying. So we can only gain like 5 block. So 36 damage is not something we want to take lightly. And we could upgrade actually 3 cards. Let's do Blessing of the Forge as well. So this helps us get some more block. And maybe it's enough actually to at least survive this round. So Panache, sure. Then if we do Madness, it can make 1 card cost less, but then again, actually yeah, if we shrug it off, might be worth it. So Iron Wave is for free. Let's first of all gain some block. So we can still play all of these. So let's do some damage. Some more damage. So we have 40 block, which is amazing. Just as much as we need, but there's nothing left to be able to play the bomb for now. One miss of those attacks and it's pretty bad. Okay, so this one will upgrade all the cards in our hand. Seems like there's a lot to be upgraded, plus we need the block anyway. Yeah. Whirlwind is not gonna be that amazing. So let's do some damage. Play top card of your draw pile. Sure, let's see what we get with Havoc. Oof, lovely. So we get a ticking time bomb for 40 damage. And we could go for 8 damage to all enemies X times. I mean, we're gonna let 1 damage through, which probably isn't bad. There's 8 damage. Yeah, we have to go aggressive here. Because if there are going to be more attacks with like 36 damage per turn, it's gonna... We want to avoid those. So 10 damage incoming, we can just mitigate it with Dark Shackles. Lovely. And let's see what we draw. Let's see again what we draw. So in order to play Clash, we have to hope we don't draw anything. That's not an attack. Lovely. So we will be playing Iron Wave. And then we can do Clash. And it was a good turn. And the time bomb is coming soon. Keep that in mind. So one more Dark Shackles, which may be a bit too soon to use. All the cards are already upgraded, so we cannot do Clash at the moment. Okay, let's shrug it off. We have 2 energy remaining. And we have quite a lot of skill cards and stuff. So let's just focus on some damage. 2 Iron Waves and we're good to go. And none of these will be of use at the moment. So I guess the bomb did its thing. 45 damage remaining to be done. And Hexaghost is doing something that is about blocking and using a buff. Okay. So first of all, let's see what we get randomly. Okay, that just did nothing. Let's deal 9 damage and draw a card. Then we probably want to deal 9 damage again and draw a card. And I'm thinking 14 damage sounds quite good to... Oi. Okay, there was a whirlwind that I could have played apparently, but it would have done no damage because no energy, I believe. So there is 14 damage coming in. Doesn't really matter because this is the last boss on the floor. I'll just try to headbutt him off this scenery. And we'll first one down, so not bad. Choose a card in your discard pile and return it to your hand. It costs 0 this turn. Could be useful with Time Bomb, for example. Let's see what we can add to our deck. So draw 3 cards, exhaust your hand, deal the damage for each hand card. Ooh, Fiendfire. Shuffle 3 random skills into your draw pile, they cost 0 this combat exhaust. I'd say Master of Strategy sounds lovely. Okay, relic-wise, upon pickup, obtain a unique curse and 3 relics. Replace Burning Blood at the end of combat, heal 12 HP. Gain energy at the start of your turn. You can no longer smith at rest sites. This is a fascinating one. I guess Burning Blood is not really a burning one to deal with. Random relics. This Fusion Hammer though, we will not be able to smith at rest site. That's not amazing. Tough choices. And we can just obtain a unique curse and 3 relics. Let's play a lottery, a game of lottery. Curse of the Bell, and it cannot be removed from our deck. Okay. So we get Akabiko. Your first attack each combat deals 8 additional damage. Lovely. Meet that on the bone. If your HP is at or below 50% at the end of combat, heal 12 HP. So kind of like Black Blood. Then whenever you play 3 or less cards during your turn, draw 3 additional cards at the start of your next turn. Probably not going to be that often a case, but we'll take it. Ah, okay. Yeah, nice reminder.